Hey, welcome back. Today we got another special bottle for you. This one is a gift shop exclusive from Nashville Barrel Company. Stay tuned. All right, this is a Nashville Barrel Company gift shop exclusive. It is Nashtucky special release, straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey, aged 8 years, aged and bottled in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's a that's a confluence of Nashville and Kentucky together. That's where you get the
That's right.
Nashtucky.
So you got Nashville, which is a city, and Kentucky, which is a state.
Did
All
you
right.
know that?
Yeah, just in case you didn't know. So this is it's called Connected Spirits, and it comes in at 128.62 proof, and this is barrel number KY, which I imagine is Kentucky 9021. And as I said before, this is a gift shop exclusive. All right, so I had a friend of mine was up in Nashville that was at Nashville Barrel Company, and he sent me a picture of a bottle he was buying, and he asked me if I wanted him to get a bottle for me and mule it down for him. We don't live that far from Nashville. We live a couple hours from there, but I didn't want to drive all the way up there for a bottle, which I usually won't do. I'll go up there if I'm up there. I'll stop by some distilleries and so will Scott, but we usually don't make a special trip unless we are doing business up there or something. And in
I'll
this
be up there
case,
next week.
yeah, and in this case, I told him, he's asked me if I wanted anything, and I said, you know my profiles. I'll tell you what, I do want something, and my limit is this price. Go ahead and get me a bottle that is that price or lower, dealer's choice. And so he just bought me another bottle of what he was drinking because he thought it was the best one. He thought I should get it, and man, I am glad.
Well, I've never
tried
had
it.
this, so I
I've
don't know if
tried
I'm
it,
glad
and
or not.
I really like it. So this is going to be Scott's. I'm going to tell you what I think, but pay more attention to what Scott thinks because this is going to be his first impression of something that has a little air on it. It's not the neck pour, and it's going to be more representative of what's really in that bottle.
Shoulder pour.
Yeah.
So this was distilled in Kentucky, but then was aged in Kentucky and Nashville.
And Nashville.
Thus the Nashtucky, and then bottled by Nashville Barrel Company.
Right, and I'm going to say, if you haven't heard of Nashville Barrel Company, or if you can't get Nashville Barrel Company bottles where you live, I'm sorry, but they're really good. They're really
They
good.
are.
They pick great barrels. They're
They do a
a
great job.
non-distilling producer, and which is called an NDP, and they do great job picking barrels for their products, for their blending, and for their single barrels, and this is no exception. So, without further ado, we're gonna first of all thank you for watching our video. Please like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but just a second or two, and it really helps us. And go ahead and click that notification bell so you get notified whenever we drop a video. And as usual, this video is just for you, our favorite viewer. All right, so here we go.
Man,
what do you think?
It's like a sugar cookie with green apples.
Wow.
You know what? Pretty quick.
That was quick.
That was quick.
I hadn't thought about that, but I see that. I do.
That's just me.
I see
why you say that. That's my first shot at it.
When you say green apples, I'm thinking like really crispy. You thinking green, yellow delicious, or you thinking
I like Granny Smith.
Granny Smith? Okay, something tart?
Yeah. I had some tartness on the nose.
Okay. All right. I could see that too.
And that's the way that was my first impression. Now, nosing it further, it's probably going to change. And it may not be that way on the palate.
It's very sweet. I get the raw sugar on this for sure.
By the way, I love the packaging on this. The label is great.
It is pretty good.
The gray background with the gold label. I mean, they did a really good job with this.
Yeah.
Even if the juice sucks, nobody's going to know that until they buy it, because they're going to look at this and be like, "That's cool."
Well, our friend, so Scott and I have a mutual friend that was up there in Nashville. Thank you, Mike. Shout out to Mike.
That's right.
And he's been up to Nashville to a few of the distilleries that are NDPs up there, and they do a very good job. All of them do a very good job of picking barrels for their blending and for their single barrel products. And man, this is no exception. It's really good.
Okay, so the green apple's gone now, and I just got sugar cookie and vanilla.
I get vanilla now too. That's interesting that you said that. I get a lot of vanilla on this one, and the raw sugar, not or like a burnt sugar, sugar. Yeah.
Well, it's got good mouthfeel on it, man. That's oily.
It has a really good burn. It's 128
yeah, I'm
proof
feeling it right here.
But I'm gonna tell you it's proofy, but I don't know that it's 128 proof on the palate. But it's really good.
I'd go about 120.
Yeah, it's close, but
I would go, and I did get green apple right front to mid for a split second.
You get the vanilla?
I definitely get the vanilla.
Yeah, me too. Me too, and I get
maybe a little creme brulee.
I was thinking, and that's the burnt sugar I was talking about, right? So, people say that a lot, like, but if you eat a sugar cookie that's a little overdone, but it doesn't taste bad, but it's like a little too crunchy. The sugar is burnt a little bit on top. That's kind of what that's like.
I don't know if you can tell, but that's a really, really dark, nice amber color.
It's very dark, yeah.
I like that.
I'd have to say like a dark amber. It's darker than Auburn, an Auburn color.
True Auburn.
It's a Southern thing.
Roll Tide.
It's a Southern thing, right? So Scott is an Alabama football fan, or
I'm an Alabama football, basketball, baseball,
sports fan.
You got spanked yesterday.
Yeah.
That'll make this video.
You know what? So yeah, it's baseball season, and Alabama made the College World Series. They're one of the few teams that made the World Series. They're not doing very well right now.
We lost one.
That doesn't mean they can't
bounce back.
They can't. Yeah.
This was a team that wasn't even supposed to go very far.
They can't redeem themselves. So they've been
good job, Rob. On.
Yeah, they've been living on borrowed time. So let's just see.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's right.
But I will say that all sports talk aside, Auburn, in my opinion, is a color and not a sports team.
More of a color than a team, I'll tell you that right now.
And
that's
well,
really
they had
good.
a very good baseball team this year, but they had some bad luck.
But they got knocked out. They didn't make the CWS because they suck. Ultimately, at the end. So back to bourbon talk. Fan.
Yeah. Okay. So
fan.
Both of us.
Fan.
Thumbs up for this. I'm going to go for some more flavor notes. We'll go through this a second time. On the nosing, on the second time for me, I get a lot of vanilla. And that burnt sugar that you're talking about. Maybe some caramel. Got caramel on there?
Yeah, a little toffee.
Yeah, toffee. That's excellent.
Toffiness. Toffee.
So, and a little bit of chocolate, like milk chocolate. So it's kind of like
sort of a light milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate toffee, powder, which would be a really good. Yeah, so it's a really good. So this is a real bourbon drinker's bourbon, I think.
I think it is too. That's a good way to describe it. Yep, I like that. A bourbon drinker's bourbon. It's a BDB.
A BDB. So
bourbon drinker's bourbon.
So I'm gonna say this. So I'm originally from Northern California, and maybe some of the people I link this on my Facebook page, and so some of the people that are gonna watch this video are maybe people that I know that I grew up with in Northern California, and when they look at this, and I know some of you actually go visit Nashville from time to time, and when you do go to Nashville, I absolutely recommend that you don't spend all your time on Broadway or 16th Avenue. I want you to go down to some of the distilleries that are in town if you're a whiskey fan at all, because some of these distilleries
Go to NBC, go to Southern Collective. I mean, those are two really good ones, and you can walk in. I know it's Southern Collective. I've not been to NBC, but I know it's Southern Collective. You can walk in and say, "Hey, we're here. We want to taste some stuff, buy some bottles," and you can go in the back, and you can they'll thieve you out of all the whatever barrels you want to try.
Yeah.
And you can buy a bottle of it. They'll bottle it. They'll wax it. They'll label it. In this case, NBC may do the same thing. I'm ignorant for not knowing this.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not been there either.
But it's the same sort of thing. They are a non-DP, and this is a non-DP. So
right. Non-distilling producer.
Right.
Right.
Right. So cool sort of situation, cool sort of setup, and they're very friendly. They allow you just to walk in off the street and go try stuff and then buy stuff, and in the smallest quantity you want, or maybe a case of it if you know, obviously depending on what they got. Some barrels are really, they ain't got much left. Those are usually the good barrels, by the way. You can tell what the good barrels are by the ones that don't have.
They are, but I mean, they're in the business of selling whiskey, right? So they're not going to steer you wrong. And also, folks in the South are very friendly, and if you're friendly to them, they're gonna treat you like you are part of the family. So drop on into these distilleries, not just the ones we talked about, but the other ones too. There's a lot of really good ones in the Nashville area. Do a little research, but the two we talked about primarily, fantastic. I would not miss those two. I would drop by some additional ones if you have time.
Yep.
But Nashville Barrel Company and Southern Collective, absolute must-sees. Hey, speaking of that, he's got a bottle.
Yeah, this
Southern Collective.
Southern Collective bottle, and they let you wax the top with all kinds of different cool. I mean, you look at this. You got a base wax, and then you wax like 2 or 3 different colors.
Well, walk up there and let them see it.
This is actually a store pick from Cleveland, Riverstone.
Yeah, drop down and let them see the wax. So you can do your own wax, right? They'll let you do your own colors, whatever. This is not unique to Southern Collective. A lot of distilleries that do wax for you when you pick a barrel or when you pick a bottle or a case or whatever, they'll do the wax in the colors you want.
Yep.
And so totally recommend doing that stuff. And he's got another one here he's going to show you. It's got some
just so you know, so the one I just showed you is a pick from the store. This one I actually picked at the place,
right?
At Southern Collective. Done with the gold and the sort of royal to navy blue wax. Then I came up with the own label myself. I named it not just any port in a storm.
Yeah, which is pretty clever, right?
Port finished rye.
So when you do that, when you pick a bottle or sometimes you can go pick like a bunch of bottles and whatever. I've gone to a distillery and picked like a 4-bottle group or a case, and you can name that batch that you're picking, whether it's a blend or a single barrel. A lot of times the distillery will let you. They'll write with a Sharpie on or some kind of pen on the label whatever you call that batch. And so in my case, the last one I think was for
Mattingly.
It was a James Mattingly, and a lot of distilleries will do this for you, and they'll let you pick it was 4 bottles, and I don't remember what I called it, but it had the number 4 in it, and it basically implied that there were 4 of these picks, and all of us were idiots, and so. But I named all of them, and it was 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, and 4 of 4. And then we just all randomly picked which one we wanted. And mine's gone. I think everybody else who has one of those still has it.
Probably nursing it.
They're nursing it. But I will say, if you've opened a bottle and you've had it for, in this case, if they still have those bottles and they're open, they've been open for like they've been open for like 7 years.
Oh, that long?
So they're probably. I'm sure it's good whiskey still, but it's not as good as it was.
It was good at the time. I helped drink it.
Yeah, it's not as good as 7 years ago. It was a very good bottle, and it cost me a lot of money. But
it was good.
Yeah, it cost me a lot of money, but I'm going to say it was absolutely worth it for the experience, and I got to pick a pretty good blend, and they'll help you with it. So if you don't know what you're doing, they'll show you how to do it, and that's no exception. So not just James Mattingly. I'm talking about Southern Collective, and I'm sure the Nashville Barrel Company does the same thing. At any rate,
so my verdict on this is it doesn't suck.
Yeah, I mean I don't think so either. It's really good. And I'm not sad. I'm gonna say I paid about $100 for this,
I'm not sad he
plus
paid 100 for
tax,
this either.
plus tax. But I promise you that if he had the opportunity to buy this, turning back the clock, he probably would have got
Yeah, I
one.
probably would have. And I'll be up there next week because my son is an MD. He's doing his residency at Vanderbilt, so I'll be up there next weekend. So there's a high possibility that I may go to their gift shop and see if I can find this or something
Absolutely.
else.
Now this one, I think this was the last bottle they had when they were there. But
Was it really?
that's what.
Okay, maybe
that's
it
what
was.
Mike said. That's what
But
Mike
you know
said.
what? The great thing about whiskey is this is great.
Yeah,
They're
but
always going to come out with something
man,
that could be just as good or better.
there's always another bottle
Yeah.
of really good whiskey. So
And he
just
lives up there
because-
now,
yeah.
so I'm going to be up there quite a bit. So
Yeah.
I'll be checking out NBC a lot. I go to Southern Collective already, so I'll probably buy a lot more bottles from the Nashville area than I have previously.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is there's always another really good bottle of whiskey. So
Yep.
just because the one you wanted is gone doesn't mean you're not going to love another bottle. And in this case, I think probably Scott's going to miss out on this, but I'm sure there's one up there that he is going to taste that is just going to blow his socks off. And
That's right. We can't
yeah.
I've been in this long enough, and so has he. You can't get them all. You miss out on some good ones. You cannot get them all. You just can't do it.
I first of all, I don't have the right timing, and second of all, I just don't have the money.
I don't have the timing, and I don't have the funds. Sometimes you got to draw a line. Sometimes you draw a line and you're sorry you drew that line, and sometimes you draw a line and you're like, you know what, that was the right decision. In this case, I drew the line. Probably wish I would have gotten this bottle.
That's okay.
It happens.
I've got one
because I can drink his.
I live as the crow flies. I live less than a mile from him.
Yep.
It's 3-mile drive, but literally he could see the hill I live on from his upstairs windows. But
back to the green apple.
Yeah, back to green apple.
It's back again. For me, it's back again.
I don't get the green apple, but I'm getting really strong vanilla.
Yep, it's there.
Yeah,
that's there too.
All right. So if you made it this far, thank you very much. Please
click the viewer.
Yeah, our favorite viewer. So please click like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you any time, and it really helps us out a lot. Click that notification bell so you get notified whenever we drop a video, and we really appreciate that very much. And until next time,
cheers. Go to Nashville, buy some stuff and drink it.
Drink up.